That I am and all that I have, I lay them down before you, oh Lord, and all my regrets and all my acclaim, the joy and the pain, I'm making them yours.
Things in the past, things yet unseen, wishes and dreams that are yet to come true. All of my hopes, all of my plans, my heart and my hands are lifted to you.
My life to you, everything I
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Hello sa mga taga-PUP, ECE. Ingat kayo palagi, God bless, and sana maka-jump course.
Hello, everyone from the East. Good afternoon for our day two of ECEssentials 2020 Clear Vision of the Future.
First of all, we would like to acknowledge the members of our academe, the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, especially the highly respected Dean of College of Engineering, Dr. Remedios G. Ado, the Honorable Chairperson of Electronics Engineering Department, Engineer Geoffrey T. Salvador, remarkable faculty members and students.
To the students who are taking the course Electronics Engineering here at the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, we will greatly appreciate if you would let us know that you are tuning in right now by commenting your sector below. And let's see which sector among sector 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 has the most supportive and active members. Also, don't forget to use our official hashtag ECEssentials 2020 to your Facebook and your Twitter accounts.
And to our distinguished guests, professionals, faculty members of other institutions and departments, students, ladies and gentlemen, I am Minorca Lorica, together with Rico Guzman, welcoming you all to ECEssentials 2020 with the theme of Clear Vision of the Future. It is our pleasure to be the masters of ceremony for today.
We would also like to acknowledge the following student organizations for their overwhelming support by joining us here in ECEssentials 2020. Here they are. Thanks to Association of Electronics and Communications Engineering Students from the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Santa Rosa. I also thank the Organization of Electronics Engineering Students from the Technological University of the Philippines.
And also, thank you for the overwhelming support from the Alliance of United Electronics Engineering Students from the Technological Institute of the Philippines, Manila. Thank you also to Electronics Engineering Student Society in the Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila. Again, good afternoon to you, Rico.
Good afternoon also, Minorca.
Could you imagine that it has been 6 months since we have seen each other? And the last time I remember, we were just passing by each other in the hallway and cafeteria. And now we're here. We're moderating this much awaited event.
I couldn't agree more, Minorca. I could also remember that my classmates and I had just finished taking our long quiz on ECE laws and finishing our final requirements on safety management. We were also stressing about finishing our final requirements while reviewing for our supposedly upcoming postponed board examination. By the way, to our classmates from section BSECE 55 who are tuning in right now, shout out to all of you. You can also follow us on Instagram. I am at Rico Locoy and at Minor Calorica, and also on Twitter with the same username at Rico Locoy and at Minorca with the 6A.
I know, right, Rico? Anyways, I wonder how have you been doing lately since we are all in quarantine until now? What are the things that you have realized during this time of pandemic? Because for me, I'm working a full-time job in a BPO company and I am also a math tutor for elementary and high school students in various schools. How about you?
That's really amazing. Quarantine me. Wala naman, I just enjoy the quarantine by watching series in Netflix. I read books and novels. I also tried solving problems in the preparation for the upcoming boards. I even seek for job opportunities, but unfortunately, companies out there baka naman. Kasi I quite miss doing that before kasi we're very busy doing reviews and studying for integrative and other subjects kasi we're all very hard working and also graduating trying to become the best engineers in the industry. Right, Minorca?
Right, Rico? So malay mo naman, may mga professionals tayo dito na magbigay sa'yo ng job opportunities, di ba?
And
I agree that we are hardworking graduating students. I have been thinking about that too, and it must have been hard for all of us, but still I hope that each and every one of us will have a brave heart amidst the uncertainties of the future as we hold on to each other. But on a lighter note, all of us surely have at least one thing to be missing out about school, right before the lockdown and quarantine, and I wonder what would this be for our viewers.
I know for sure that both is out there, Minorca, really miss going to school, attending the classes, hearing lectures from our respective professors, dining at our favorite eateries and restaurants near our building, the Sandra, Jollibee Poresa, KFC, between and after classes, eating street foods, so may dun sa tapat ng Sera, and of course, mostly personal meeting along with our friends and classmates. Talking about these things make me more curious about what do our beloved viewers during this trying time. So I would like to ask them, what was the last thing you did before lockdown? And what's that one thing you have been missing the most right now? So tweet it on Twitter. You can use the hashtag ECEssentials 2020 and post it on Facebook, or rather comment it down below.
It would be much appreciated if you would let us know your thoughts about it and also your expectations about our event as we move forward with today's agenda. You can comment your thoughts and share your experiences with us, including your request for shout out on the comment section, and we will be reading them later on. You can also post your pictures while watching ECEssentials with the hashtag ECEssentials 2020, or post throwback pictures of previous ECEssentials using the same hashtag. Get a chance to be featured on our page and win exciting prizes.
Oh my God, we have a lot of exciting prizes this day. Also, may we request you, our valued audience, to please like, react, and share this webinar with your friends here on Facebook to let them experience a clear vision of the future as well.
So before we formally begin our webinar, we would like to remind you of some important matters to be observed during our event. To follow our house rules, kindly be Papa. P for be punctual, A for be active, P for be polite, and A for be attentive. Again, be Papa.
So let us all be Papa. So all the viewers out there, come here and say it again with me. Let us all be Papa.
Papa.
To the awareness of everyone who are with us this afternoon, today remarks the second day of this year's 3-day event of empowering the skills and knowledge of ECEs with scholarly and innovative ideas about electronics and communication in celebration of 40 years of persistent and impeccable service to the ECE community. So I hope all of you have already settled down on your seats and prepared yourself to widen the angles of your perspectives and focus your visuals, for we are about to explore the fields of electronics and communications through the lenses of notable people with expertise on these fields today and in the following day.
But first, we would like to bring to your attention that this long-awaited event, ECEssentials 2020, is brought to you by the Electronics Engineering Department of the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Manila, together with the Electronics Engineering Student Society and in partnership with Radio Engineering Circle and Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineering Young Professionals, Philippines.
Before we proceed to the first part of our event, let us read some comments and suggestions from our esteemed viewers. So you can do it. Can you do it, Minorca? Because I'm currently having trouble with my internet connection. So I turned off my view and live stream. So can you do it for me?
Okay, so we have here Mr. Carlos Jose C. Gomez. Sino papa na dyan? And another one is from John Leonard Baniked. Bakit papa? Hinawi mo pa.
Grabe naman, sobrang sex bomb ha.
Mga ano natin, patawa tong mga viewers natin eh. Napaka-attentive. And moving on, would you believe it if I told you that this event will be graced by two of the talented singers from one of the Philippines' prestigious singing television competition on ABS-CBN to find new solo singing talents. They are from Idol Philippines. We proudly present to you Mati Honyosa and Dan Ombao. Let us now watch a recorded video greeting from these two talented individuals.
Hello sa mga taga-PUP, ECE. Ingat kayo palagi, God bless, and sana maka-jump course.
Go. Hi everyone from PUP ECE. I hope to see you guys soon. I've been there before. Some of my friends go to school there. Yon, see you guys.
It is surprising to see that even two of the most talented singers in the Philippine industry like Mati Honyosa and Dan Ombao also took part in this year's ECEssentials, right, Minorca?
I agree with you completely, Rico. And of course, we would also like to give importance to the virtual presence of our viewers for today, as much as we recognize the appearance of Mati Honyosa and Dan Ombao.
But before anything else, to give us a warm-up for the webinar proper, why don't we have a guessing game first? In this game, we will be flashing throwback photos of different personalities. If you have ideas about these photos, you may comment your answers and even your guesses on the comment section below. Kindly note that wrong spelling is wrong. Then we will be randomly selecting 3 lucky winners with correct answers.
You can also post your pictures while watching ECEssentials with the hashtag ECEessentials2020 or post throwback pictures of previous ECEessentials using the same hashtag. Get a chance to be featured on our page and win exciting prizes like 50 pesos worth of GCash.
So can we start our game now? Easy is
we're
magingay.
excited.
Do you want a game?
Shout out sa mga mahilig mag-games dyan. Alright. So,
ECEessentials 2020.
guess
Who?
who? Okay.
Ayan.
So, iba naman
So,
yung laro
let's
natin
start.
today.
Kaya nga. Napaka-exciting ha? Ayan.
For our first picture,
Sino ito?
first,
Kindly guess it now.
you can comment down below, guys, if kung sino man tong personality na to na throwback picture niya.
Yan.
The
She's very
first one,
pretty, ha? Hindi ko siya kilala. Kilala mo ba siya?
ako din hindi.
Parang kasi no? We are all born beautiful. Yes.
Yes.
We are all born this way. Sino yung kaya yan?
Parang
So,
wala pa
comment
akong
down below
nakikitang
kung
Oy, may nakita na akong isa. Sample pa lang pala to, guys. Hindi pa
sample pa lang
magiging
pala.
totoo.
It's a prank.
Pero
It's a
at
prank,
least,
guys. Sample pa lang pala to. So, ayun. Hindi pa pala to yung official game. So, ayan. Yes. She's Lady Gaga. Si Lady Gaga ba yun? Parang hindi naman
hulaan
siya,
naman
no?
nila. Okay, next one tayo. So, sino yan, guys? Feeling ko kilala to ng mga millennials natin.
Ala, sino yan? Parang it really hurts. Ay, may glow up. In
Parang
fairness.
feeling ko kilala nyo na agad.
May glow up.
Ano ba ito? May nag-comment ng Khalid. Sige, guys. Ayun, may nakita na akong isang comment. So, from Rafael Jasmine, Callum Hood. Tama ba?
Yes.
Tama. So,
ang galing naman nun,
Rafael
Hindi ko siya kilala
Jasmine.
actually, Baka na ako.
Isang
Boomer na
band
ako, hindi ko
yun.
siya kilala.
Ayan, from Five Sauce daw, sabi ni Pinky Malonzo.
Ayan.
Next one tayo. Next one is, sino kaya to?
Grabe, may pag-trophy. Ang galing niya. Achiever, ha?
Mukhang mayaman, girl. Ang laki ng collar,
Grabe yung
Ba't ganyan yung itsura?
hair. Fierce.
Sino kaya to, guys? Kilala nyo ba? Kalumkutan daw. Tapos na tayo kay Callum Hood. Ayan, may nakita na akong comment from
Sino kaya?
Mr. John Paulo
Wow.
Gabriel Salvador. Freddie Mercury. Freddie Mercury nga ba?
Si Freddie Mercury nga ba? Ang tamang sagot.
Oh,
Correct.
Ayan.
Grabe
Congratulations, John Paulo Gabriel Salvador.
Ayan, so pa-shoutout nga pala kay Johannes Barrera kasi he's celebrating today his birthday. So happy birthday to you, Johannes.
Wow, happy birthday. Okay, next one na tayo. So, ayan, may another one pa pala tayo. Sino kaya to? Hindi kasi natin siya makikilala eh. Super bata pa niya sa picture na to. Ayan, guys.
Grabe, may pag-glow up din.
Sino to? Parang wala pang humuhula.
Wala niyo na mga ka-heartbeat. Kilala niyo yan.
Birthday din daw ni Jessica Pabellano. Shout out daw. Happy birthday!
Happy birthday to you, Jessica.
Birthday din daw ni Carl Amrafelat. Birthday ba niya talaga o niloloko mo lang? Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday.
pa
Happy
din.
birthday mo. Happy birthday to all of you guys. Ayan. We wish you good health in this trying times. So, ayun.
So,
Sino na
ba
kaya ito?
to?
Patagal mo ba ng third picture? Oh!
Di ko
Sino
pa rin
kaya
kilala.
ito?
John Lennon? Tama
John
ba?
Lennon?
Justin
Si John
Trudeau?
Lennon nga ba ito?
Joey De Leon daw, kaloka. Sino ba to?
Joey De Leon. Grabe may book si Joey dyan, ha?
Justin Trudeau. Sino ba to? Tama ba? Justin Trudeau nga ba?
Si Justin Trudeau nga ba ito?
Ayun. So,
tama.
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Paul Andre S. Zaballero. Ayan. Congratulations.
So ayun, shout out din daw kay Janine. Birthday niya kahapon. So happy birthday, Janine Ide. Yes,
Ay,
she is
oo
from
nga.
BSECE 55. Grabe, ang dami nagse-celebrate ng birthday ngayong September, no partner?
Maraming ginawa. Ngayon,
Yes, maraming ginawa. So, grabe. Baka naman palalamove naman ang handa dyan. Kasi, actually, di ba partner, nagugutom ka na ba?
Shanghai lang oh. Pang
Oo nga,
ano
baka
lang,
naman Shanghai o
lunch.
talak. So, ayun.
So again, you can also post your pictures while watching EC Essentials with the hashtag EC Essentials 2020 or post throwback pictures of previous EC Essentials using the same hashtag. Get a chance to be featured on our page and win exciting prizes like 50 pesos worth of GCash.
Grabe yung 50 pesos worth of GCash. Pwede mo na siyang gamitin sa online learning and online classes, no? Panload na
Pang-load
rin
na
yun ng
yon,
data.
Mare.
Go,
3
Sir
days trip na
50.
yon. Oo,
Yes.
tama. So, enough
Kaya,
with playing games because it is now time for us to move on to the second part of this day's event. So, we advise you to get ready and engage yourselves for we are about to explore the modern cybersecurity.
for our question and answer portion later, we encourage you to raise relevant question once the talk proper has ended. But for now, allow us to introduce our resource speaker for today who will be touring and giving us a visualization about the topic access denied, understanding modern cybersecurity.
Our resource speaker for today finished Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering in Rizal Technological University and is currently taking up Master of Technology Management in University of the Philippines, Diliman, to give us a lecture on access denied, understanding modern cybersecurity. Let's get to know Engineer Reggie Ortilio.
Engineer Ortilio is an information security analyst in Accenture Philippines who also worked as a cloud security engineer in Trend Micro Incorporated, an IT instructor in STI College Ortigas in Cainta Academic Center.
Ladies and gentlemen, ECE community, it is with great honor and pleasure to you to introduce our resource speaker for today, who will give us a lecture on access denied, understanding modern cybersecurity. Without further ado, let us all welcome Engineer Reggie Ortilio.
All right, that is an amazing introduction. An amazing introduction, Rico and Minorca. Let me just share my screen. Can you guys see my screen now? Can you see my screen, guys? Thank you. So as mentioned, I'm Reggie Ortilio, a cybersecurity professional, and I'm here with you guys to present cybersecurity with the topic access denied, understanding modern cybersecurity. Pardon me as I'll be turning off my camera until the question and answer portion. To start, let me ask you a question. Can you guys remember what was your routine before pandemic? Well, let me give you at least 10 to 15 seconds to imagine. You done? So to help you imagine, let me share a short clip. It's just a technical issue. So, moving forward, can you guys relate on the short clip? Na-imagine nyo ba yung routine nyo before pandemic? Well, me, personally, relate na relate ako dun sa clip, lalo na yung nandun sa left side, which is pagpapasok ka ng office or you're taking school or going to school, medyo hassle. And luckily, we are privileged to take online classes and working from home during this pandemic. However, how sure are we that we are safe enough in cyberspace while doing so? To introduce cybersecurity, let me share you a story. Guys, I'd like you to meet Sam. Sam loves online shopping using her phone and using her work laptop. To enable hassle-free and fast shopping experience, si Sam sinave na niya yung credit card details niya and personal information sa website na online shopping niya like shoppinggalore.com. And one day, Sam received an email or a message saying that she is eligible for a special discount and was asked to fill in her credit card details and personal information on the link that is attached on the email. Didn't she realize that medyo phishing nga naman yun kasi nakasave na yung personal information ko dun sa website na pinagbilihan ko ng, for example, bag. Bakit pa ako tinatanong ulit? She thought it was just a verification step. Then, Sam shocked that a substantial amount of money was wiped off on her account. How do you think, guys, this happened? Well, yes, the email she received is actually fake. And this kind of attack is known as a cyber attack. And the person behind it is a cyber criminal or a cyber attacker. Could Sam prevented this kind of attack? Yes, of course. Indeed, with the help of cybersecurity. And cybersecurity in general is protecting your information in cyberspace. It is actually a technique that helps you secure your network, your data, and computer systems from unauthorized access in digital space. Are you guys curious on how cybersecurity evolved? So, let's start with the first computing mainframe, which is contained in a mainframe with terminals. This mainframe or workstation doesn't have a CPU, thus no processing power and no cyber attacks and cyber criminals. Soon, these mainframes were able to communicate with one another with the help of a modem. And that is actually a technological advancement. When personal computer was invented, network also increased. Telephone lines and personal computers were need to be plugged into a modem in order to communicate. Later on, internet were developed. Soon, mobile devices, laptops, and other devices were also able to communicate with the help of internet globally. Kaso, since nag-evolve yung technology, si cyber attack nag-evolve din. Of course, with the help of cyber criminals. Let's fast forward to today. We're in servers, mobile devices, digital components are saved all at once in a cloud somewhere. Therefore, your personal information like email address, credit card details, your finances, your business, and other personal or sensitive information is housed in multiple locations around the globe. Since lumaki na yung connection natin, mas dumami na yung devices na na-store natin into cloud, and mas marami na tayong information or sensitive data na kayang i-store sa cloud, si cyber attack and the cyber criminal is sumasabay dun sa pag-evolve ng ating cybersecurity or ng technology. Threats are now everywhere. So, having said all of those, why do we need cybersecurity? To go deeper, let's tackle about who is vulnerable. Let me provide you or give you some institutions like financial institutions and bank, internet service providers, pharmaceutical companies, a government and defense agencies, a contractor to various government agencies, and a multinational corporations. Can you notice, guys, what these corporations or institutions have in common? Well, they are all connected to a network. So, who is now vulnerable? Is cyber attack or cyber criminals are limited to these institutions? Well, of course, no. Anyone on the network is vulnerable in cyber attack. Me, you, every one of us is vulnerable in cyber attack. Gano man kalaki yung business mo, or gano kaliit kang klase ng tao, or gano kakasimple mamuhay, tayong lahat ay vulnerable sa cyber attack or sa attacker. Nowadays, not only mobile devices and laptops are connected to the network. These companies actually uses high or advanced devices like a smart refrigerator, a smart toilet, a smart watch, a smart lock, a bulb, coffee machine, a voice-activated home automation device, and even a smart toy. As you notice sa mga devices na to, yung pangalan nila may naka-attach na smart or automated or automation. These devices are actually advanced or mas technical. Meaning, high prone din yung mga devices na to sa cyber attacks or sa cyber criminals. There are actually multiple ways on how to implement a cybersecurity based on the network you are connected to or based on the attack you are prone to. These are cyber attacks that are attacking based on the network. If you are connected sa Wi-Fi ng bahay mo, ano ba yung mga attacks na possible makuha mo from the cyber criminals? Or if you are naman connected to the network of your company, ano ba yung mga attacks na prone sa inyo or sa'yo? Let's talk about different types of cyber attacks. First, and the most known attack is a malware attack. Basically, a malware is a program or a software that has a malicious intent. One best type of malware, and kilalang-kilala ng lahat, is a virus. A virus replicates itself by inserting a malicious code or malicious script into other programs. To give you an example, here is a malicious code or a malicious script, which is embedded or injected to a Microsoft Word. So, if the user nag-run siya ng Microsoft Word, any document na kailangan or mag-open ng Microsoft Word, si malicious script or malicious code, mag-run din siya. If since the Microsoft Word is now infected by a virus, for example, its malicious intent is to send email for at least first 50 contacts on your address book, and the recipients of that email click the attachment, probably infected na rin sila via virus. And another type of a malware is a worm. Gaya ng virus, worm replicates itself using a network. For example, this is an affected device which is connected to the internet or to the network. Ang worm, hahanap siya ng open connection dito sa internet para makapag-propagate siya on its own. Meaning, propagation, ikakalat niya yung malicious intention niya all over the network. For example, these devices are connected to the same network on the same network ng infected device, and one of those devices has open ports. Si worm, papasukin niya yung open port na yon, and then i-infect niya yung device na yon. That's how worm propagate itself through the network. Another type of a malware is a Trojan horse, which is typically disguised as a legitimate software. Since most of you guys are students and may mga research paper tayong ginagawa, when you do your research paper and a pop-up message comes in, or pop-ups saying that you are infected by a spyware or any malware, and ask you to click on a button to activate your antivirus program to clean your computer, mag-isip ka na if you are using other antivirus or anti-malware na hindi yun yung nag-pop up. Kasi possibly, you are encountering a fake anti-malware or antivirus program na pag na-install mo, magkakaroon ng possible unwanted pop-ups, mas marami pang pop-ups, or high CPU usage, yung machine mo mas babagal, or redirection sa mga websites na malicious or untrusted, and possible mako-compromise yung buong system mo or yung buong network kung saan ka connected to. So, of course, we have preventions on how to avoid this kind of attack. First is to install a firewall. A firewall, by the name itself, it filters the incoming and outgoing traffic from your device to the network. So if you are trying to connect to the internet and may mga malicious connections na gustong pumasok sa network mo, si firewall, i-filter out niya yon. Ang i-allow niya lang pumasok sa network mo is yung mga trusted connections or yung mga non-malicious connections. Also, you can install an anti-malware or antivirus program and make sure it is updated. Yung operating system mo and yung other software that is installed in your device also needs to be updated. Be careful on what you click on the internet and always back up your files. Aside from malware attack, there is a social engineering attack. And the most common social engineering attack is a phishing scam or a phishing attack. It may be in the form of an email, an SMS message, a web advertisement, or a website or link that is still sensitive information. Look at this image. It is an example of a phishing email. On this email, there is a fake hotline number, compromised or fake link of Microsoft.com, and a button na possible kapag kinlik mo, mare-redirect ka on this same link or web page. Na kung saan kapag nilagay mo yung or nag-provide ka ng personal or sensitive information mo, magiging biktima ka ng isang social engineering attack. Let me give you another example na madalas nating na-encounter kapag nasa computer shop tayo or kahit sa bahay mismo. May nagpa-pop up sa gilid or may pupuntahan tayong website na nagsasabing nanalo daw tayo sa loto, nanalo daw tayo sa raffle draw with DTI representative may given pang names. That is actually a phishing scam or a phishing attack. If wala ka namang sinalihan kahit ano pero nanalo ka, imagine, paano ako nanalo, hindi naman ako sumali sa isang raffle draw or hindi naman ako tumaya ng loto. So, if you comply or answer the survey, possibly, magiging biktima ka rin ng isang social engineering attack or ng phishing scam. In order for us to prevent social engineering attack, first, you have to avoid phishing scams like phishing email or answering calls from unknown caller that will ask for your sensitive information. Also, avoiding email or phishing scam emails requires to be vigilant in terms of pag naka-receive ka ng email from unknown sender, i-check mo kaagad yung sender, kung familiar ka ba din sa sender or kung properly spelled yung sender, yung name ng sender. Also, sa mga click or attachments na provided dun sa email na from unknown sender. Be vigilant enough in pop-ups, websites that is asking for your sensitive information. Also, please be careful on what you click on the internet or links. And of course, install anti-malware or antivirus program. But above all, I'd like you to guys educate the people around you. By educating or by sharing good news to others, lahat tayo ay magiging cyber attack free. So, by education, for example, since may mga kapatid tayo or may mga pamangkin, may mga inaanak tayo na nagtitake ng online class, yung mga elementary students, syempre, hindi pa naman sila ganun ka-familiar in terms of malicious link or mga pop-ups, possible na maklik nila yon. And kayo sa bahay, since you are connected to the same network, ma-compromise kayo lahat if na-compromise na yung device niya. So, by educating other people, we can prevent cybersecurity attacks or social engineering attack. Another type of attack is a password attack, and the most common type of password attack is a dictionary password attack, wherein the attacker tries to guess your password using known combination of words, phrases, or kung saan ka kilala. For example, ako ang birthday ko, March 2. Alam ng lahat ng mga kaibigan ko na March 2 yung birthday ko, tapos favorite color ko, red. Pwede nilang gamitin yan against me para hulaan yung kung ano yung password ng Facebook ko, ng social media accounts ko. Kung ganun ako mag-set ng passwords sa mga accounts ko. That is actually dictionary password attack. Trying to guess kung ano yung password mo based on your personality or based sa common attacks. Or I mean common passwords na ginagamit ng mga tao. Are you guys familiar with this login page? yan yung gamit namin sa bahay. Yan yung login page na ginagamit namin ngayon. And for example, gaya sa amin, ang gamit namin is itong ISP na to, ito ang binigay niya sa aming username and password, default username and password. Yung kapitbahay namin, ganito rin yung gamit nila, which meron din silang default username and password. Kapag kumunik ako sa bahay nila, kumunik ako sa internet nila, pwede ko ngayon hulaan kung ano yung, or pwede ngayon ako mag-login dun sa login page nung router nila using the same username and password na meron kami sa bahay. Kasi familiar sa akin yung login page na to eh. So possible, ganun din yung login page or login credentials na gamit ng kapitbahay namin. So, paano nga ba natin mape-prevent yung ganitong klase ng attack or yung password attack? First, never ever leave your devices unattended. Lalo na ngayon, we're working from home or taking classes from home. Even a minute, umalis ka lang para uminom ng tubig, ilock mo yung device mo kasi prone yan sa cyber attacks. Kahit na yung family member mo is trusted mo, we never know. Baka yung bunso niyong kapatid na maliit pa, may maklik something din sa device mo na pwedeng makapag-compromise ng machine mo and ng network nyo sa bahay. Since you are using your machine or work laptop, hindi lang yung machine mo, yung network ng bahay nyo ang pwedeng ma-compromise. Pwede ring ma-compromise yung organization kung saan ka belong. So, remember to never ever leave your devices unattended. And always back up your data. Of course, install anti-malware and antivirus programs and make it up to date. Since this is a password attack, practice good password management using alphanumeric passwords. Combinations of letters, numbers, and symbols. Ako, personally, ayan na yung gamit ko kasi medyo alam ko naman na yung password attack, may mga ganyang scenarios, pero gano'n ba ko ka-sure na hindi na mahuhulaan yung naisip kong password? Imagine, you are using 8 alphanumeric characters, combination of alphanumeric characters. A cyber attack, a cyber criminal can guess your password for at least 57 days. Saglit lang, halos 3 months lang possible ka nang ma-attack. So, on the other hand, if you're using at least 12 characters, a combination of alphanumeric characters, imagine 5 million years bago ma-compromise or ma-guess ng cyber attacker yung password mo. Password attack is actually important lalo na sa mga parents natin, 'di ba? Sila madalas ang ginagamit nila is yung birthday nila, yung kung ano yung mga pangalan ng mga anak nila para hindi nila agad makakalimutan. Or kung ano yung mansari nyo, kung ano yung anniversary nyo, kung saan kayo nagkita, i-avoid natin yung mga ganong klase ng passwords para hindi rin tayo ma-compromised by password attack. To summarize the discussion, let me provide you some key points. A cybersecurity is a protection of interconnected systems. Who is vulnerable? Everyone on the network. Everyone who is connected to the network is vulnerable from cyber attacks. And why do we need cybersecurity? Because of innovations and technological advancement na nakakapag-store na tayo ng everything sa cloud, prone na rin tayo sa cyber attacks. That's why we need cybersecurity. Also, we tackled about the types of attack, which is a malware, social engineering, and a password attack. This type of attack is the most common attacks na meron tayo ngayon. Marami pang types ng attack dyan, mas advanced and mas technical. Pero ayun yung pinaka common nowadays. And cybersecurity attacks is everywhere. And for the prevention, be informed and educated. To formally end my presentation, let me give you a quote, which is, security is everyone's responsibility. Do you have any questions, guys? I'll be turning on my camera.
Thank you, Engineer Reggie, for giving us a lecture on access denied, understanding modern cybersecurity. Right now, we have come to the question and answer portion of this webinar, where we will be acknowledging some of your questions and clarifications about our topic, access denied, understanding modern cybersecurity. You may raise your questions and clarifications in the comment section below, and we will be then relaying them to the resource speaker.
Now, partner, we have first question, we have Christian Longos. So, ang question niya, ma'am, is, legit ba ang 1.1.1.2 primary DNS and 1.0.0.2 secondary DNS para ma-block mga malware sa internet?
Sorry, I didn't quite get that. Medyo nag-choppy.
Yeah, I'm sorry, ma'am. Okay, well, let's just move on to the second question na lang po. I'll just send that later on.
Sure.
So for our second question from Miss Johanna Ferreira, does DNS addresses make your internet browsing more secure? How about adding VPN to it? Will it further your cybersecurity, or shall I say, will it further or will it be safer, your cybersecurity? Will it make
Well, yeah, thank you for that question. Thank you for that question. Well, DNS is actually domain name system wherein yung IP address ng isang website is ita-translate niya into a readable manner na naintindihan ng tao. So for example, Google, its IP address is 8.8.8 or may iba pa siyang IP address. Para hindi natin kabisaduhin yung IP address na 8.8.8 for Google, tinatranslate ng DNS into google.com. So, by that, hindi nakakatulong yung DNS to protect cyber attack. Kasi ang function ng DNS is to convert IP addresses
I think Miss Reggie Ortilio is having technical difficulties right now. Just comment down below all your questions again, and we will be relaying them to our resource speaker once she gets back.
So as you can see guys, nagpalit ako ng background kasi medyo nagkakaroon ako ng internet difficulty din sa pwesto ko. So feeling ko sa si Engineer Reggie Ortilio din is quite having that also. So you may comment your questions and clarifications through the comment section below and we will be entertaining them later on.
Partner, yan naman kasi ang hirap pagkaano natin. Andyan na pala si Miss Reggie Ortilio
Hi,
again.
Engineer.
Hello,
So,
ma'am.
Sorry, na-disconnect yung ano ko.
It's all right, ma'am.
Okay, moving forward, din sa question na about VPN, much secure lang yung VPN if you're connected to the VPN compared sa hindi ka connected sa VPN or if you're using the normal connection. However, hindi siya ganun ka-secure sa cyber attacks. Possible pa rin na ma-compromise ka or yung system mo, yung network mo if kahit naka-connect ka na sa VPN.
All right, ma'am. Thank you for that answer po. So another question is from Rusel Ronda. Any thoughts about deep web and dark web po sana? Since marami pong nagsasabi na delikado mag-dig doon and marami pong naghahanap sa dalawang yun. And idea rin po sana kung saan ito nagsimula and ano ba talagang meron dito. Thank you and God bless you po.
That's quite deep since deep web ngayon. So yeah, sa deep web naman, to give you an insight about deep web, gaya nga, it's like black market wherein yung mga third party, dun sila nagtatransact to para maibenta nila yung kung ano yung mga nanakaw nila or na-steal nilang information sa isang organization or institution. Dun sila nagkakabentahan. So, if you want to go to deep web, it's on your ikaw kung gusto mong, kung feeling mo sobrang protected na ng network mo at hindi nila mako-compromise ng mga attacker yung network mo, pwede ka namang mag-visit din sa deep web. And that black market actually started because of money. Lahat naman, yung mga cyber attacks naman is now about money. And what else I can share about it? Siguro yung mga nasa black market naman like deep web, hindi naman sila lahat cyber criminals. Meron ding mga ethical hacker doon, meaning yung mga good hacker wherein sila naman yung naghahanap ng vulnerability dun sa deep web para naman makapag-innovate tayo ng mga services or devices or technologies to prevent those kind of attacks.
All right, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah.
So my partner will be reading the next question.
So ma'am, this question is from Russell Angel Masangkay. So, madami pa rin nabibiktima ng phishing sites and madalas nako-confuse ng consumers kapag may SSL certificate ang website or HTTPS ay safe na. But nako-confuse lang nila yung secure sa safe. Ang tanong ko po, sa tingin niyo po ba kailangan gawing mas mahirap ang pagkuha ng SSL certificates or enough na kaya yung ituro yung difference ng safe at secure?
Well, in terms of business, I believe na getting SSL certificates is already enough sa business natin ngayon kasi marami rin tayong kailangan, ang isang website or ang isang page, a legitimate website is marami rin siyang kailangan i-gain para maging trusted siya. And isa na nga din yung SSL certificate So yung mga mommies and daddies or natin na nako-compromise ng mga websites or links with certificates, as you notice, kapag nag-visit ka ng website, on the upper left side, meron dong lock icon katabi ng website. By then, pag kinlik mo yun, makikita mo kung legitimate ba yung SSL certificate niya, and also to avoid phishing scams or phishing URLs, may mga external resources tayo na pwede natin gamitin if you think the website is suspicious. To give you some, you can visit virustotal.com. Pwede mong i-paste doon yung mga suspicious websites na feeling mo phishing. Magbibigay naman yung virus total ng category depending on the website itself. For example, it is a phishing or it installs malware or spyware ba siya? Ganun. By then, mas magiging secure tayo or mas magiging vigilant tayo in terms of visiting websites.
So, ayun po. Next question po, Engineer Ortilio. This question is from Yan Abelio Hill. Paano po ba matatanggal lahat ng subscription at mga info sa subscription or sign-ups ng any antivirus or malware software?
Alright. Maganda yung question na yan. So, if you think, if you are using a legitimate anti-malware or antivirus program, you can ask dun sa provider ng antivirus mo to delete or i-archive nilang yung details mo. But kapag nag-i-install kasi tayo ng any programs, kahit hindi yung anti-malware, nakikita natin dun yung user license agreement upon installation. Hindi natin madalas yun binabasa. Nag-agree na lang tayo dun, magkiklik yes, tapos agree and install. Dun kasi natin nakikita kung ano yung intention ng company natin or kung hanggang kailan ba nila pwedeng i-store yung personal information natin. So if you're using fake antivirus or anti-malware, better to uninstall or i-clear mo yung data dun sa feature mismo nung isang anti-malware or fake program. Kailangan din natin kasi maging mapanuri in terms of installing programs and softwares.
All right, ma'am. That all, ma'am. Thank you po. So for our last question, ma'am, what is your most difficult challenge in terms of cyber attacking and how did you overcome it?
Wow. Pang interview Ang interview. May trabaho na ba ka after niyan? So to answer yung question na yun, siguro ang isa sa pinakamahirap na na-handle kong attack is nung bago pa lang din ako sa cybersecurity, which is a ransomware. A ransomware is a type of attack wherein yung user i-encrypt niya lahat ng files on your computer, executable files and document files or other files, anything on your computer, i-encrypt niya. And in order to decrypt, mag-ask siya ng ransom or money from you. By then, that time, since bago pa ako nun sa cybersecurity and wala pa ring latest yung threat, medyo mahirap siya sa akin. So ang ginawa ko na lang nun is in-update, kumuha kami ng sample file, then finorward namin siya sa dedicated team to analyze the behavior or kung ano ba yung ginagawa pa nung ransomware na yon. And nag-update din kami ng patch nung program namin or nung device, ng mga devices.
Reggie Ortilio, engineer rather. On another note for our viewers, for those who are not registered yet but interested in receiving the certificate, you can still register using the same Google form for this day's event and fill up the evaluation form later on using the code VISION, VISION. And for our awarding of Certificate of Appreciation, let us now proceed. May I now call on the Vice President for Academic Affairs of the Electronics Engineering Student Society, Mr. John Jinro Portillo, to read the citation written on the certificate and to formally award the certificate to our reader speaker. May I also invite the President of the Electronics Engineering Student Society, Mr. Fitzbadillo Arteta, and two of our remarkable faculty members, Engineer McQuinley T. Galimit and Engineer Miko O. Soreda.
Allow me to read the certificate. Polytechnic University of the Philippines, College of Engineering, Electronics Engineering Department, Electronics Engineering Student Society. This certificate of appreciation is hereby awarded to Engineer Reggie Ortilio in grateful acknowledgement of her distinguished and invaluable wisdom, contribution, and expertise rendered as our guest speaker during the ECEssentials 2020 Clear Vision of the Future focus on the topic Access Denied, Understanding Modern Cybersecurity, thereby contributing immeasurably to the success of the seminar. Given this 15th day of September in the year of our Lord 2020, signed by yours truly, John Jinroji Portillo, Chairman, ECEssentials 2020, John Fitz B. Artesa, President, PUP Electronics Engineering Student Society 2019 to 2020, Engineer Geoffrey T. Salvador, Chairperson, PUP ECE Department, Dr. Remedios G. Ado, Dean, PUP College of Engineering.
Ayan. Smile na lang po tayo, Engineer Reggie Ortillo with the BPA of SS for the picture taking.
Right. So,
All right, is it good? Yes. Once again, we would like to extend our words of gratitude to our resource speaker, Engineer Reggie Ortillo, for giving us a clear vision of the future through sharing her ideas and expertise relating to the topic Access Denied, Understanding Modern Cybersecurity. So yan po. Maraming salamat po, Engineer Reggie.
thank you,
So,
Mr. Engineer.
nice meeting you
Engineer
po.
Reggie
That was a
Ortillo.
wonderful
Thank you so
discussion.
much, PUPC.
So in line with Mati
Thank you so
Honyosa.
much, PUP.
All right, ma'am. Thank you so much. In line with Mati Honyosa and Dan Umbao's appearance here on our event, it will also be a great idea to give a show that will surely entice our viewers. If there is one thing that most of us must be missing during this time of having a scholarly event, I must say that it is experiencing performances that radiate an outstanding talent. So why don't we have an intermission number from Miss Aubrey Eliorimo? Right, Rico?
Yes, so with that, let us all stay in our seats and be amazed as we witness an exceptional recorded performance of the pride of the PUP ECE community. But before anything else, let us do some introduction for her. She is just a GMA The Clash Season 2 finalist. Wow. She is also champion at Septiembre Jam 2020, People's Choice Awardee at Septiembre Jam 2020, and also a champion at the Gdamin OPM cover. She is also a first runner-up at the 4 on the 34th Annual Engineering Games that is held this year. And she is also a first runner-up in ECE's Tawag ng Tanghalan. And yes, the president of the PUP Polysound Band. So, ano ba pinaghihintayan natin? Let's give it up for Miss Aubrey Ilorimo.
Everybody needs inspiration. Everybody needs a song, a beautiful melody. When the night's so long, 'cause there is no guarantee that this life is easy. And when my world is falling apart, when there's no light to break up the darkness, and I look at you. When I look at you, I seek forgiveness. I see the truth. You love me for who I am, like the stars hold the moon, right there where they belong. And I know I'm not alone. Yeah, when my world is falling apart, when there's no light to break up the darkness, when I look at you. When the waves are flooding the shore and I can't find my way home anymore, that's when I look at you. You appear just like a dream to me, just like kaleidoscope colors that cover me. All I need, every breath that I breathe. Don't you know you're When the waves are flooding the shore and I can't find my way home anymore, that's when I look at you. When I look at you. You appear just like a dream to me.
Thank you for that wonderful and such inspiring performance for us, Miss Aubrey Ilorimo. Sobrang ganda ng boses mo at hindi na nakakapagtaka na nakapasok ka sa GMA The Clash Season 2 as a finalist. Di ba, partner?
Oo naman, partner. Pero alam ko, singer ka din eh.
Ay,
Ayaw
hindi
mo
naman.
bang
Feeling ko
mag-sample
ikaw din
dyan?
singer ka din. Feeling ko talented ka eh. Di ba?
Hindi.
Former Miss ECE, right? Yes. Beauty
Ay,
with
nako.
brains. O, tamang flex lang sa'yo.
Ikaw yung pinapakanta ko eh. Anyways,
So,
thank you, Miss Aubrey Ilorimo again for that
thank you very much.
performance. Sobrang naging attentive lalo yung mga viewers natin. So
Feeling
moving
ko nga,
on.
grabe, yung sa comment section, they're shouting out
Oh,
for Miss Aubrey Ilorimo. And then,
shout out daw.
nagsasabi din ng sample, oh my God, this is not the proper
Ikaw
platform
yan.
for that, guys. Grabe naman, yes. Sabi
Follow
ni
nyo na
Carlo
lang
Carl,
siya.
suhu kaklase namin yan. Shout out for VSEC 35. Ang grabe, sobrang talented ng mga taga-sector 5, ah. So baka naman, other sector dyan, sector 1, 2, 3, and 4. Keep up naman, di ba? So, yan.
Maglalabas din yung mga yan ng palaban nila, nakaklase.
Yes.
Okay, so moving on for our next resource speaker for today. He finished Bachelor of Science in Electronics and Communications Engineering in the Polytechnic University of the Philippines. He now serves as a university professor and gives lectures in his expertise.
Noteworthy of his excellence in leadership, he continues to pursue Doctor of Philosophy in Technology Management at the Technological University of the Philippines to give us a lecture on Industry 4.0, a perspective view to digital transformation. Let's get to know Engineer Christian Enoval.
So, Engineer Anoval is an experienced telecommunications engineer currently working as a service manager in Singapore Telecommunications Ltd. He is acquainted with professional associations such as IEEE Young Professionals Philippines and ICEP Philippines.
Ladies and gentlemen, ECE community, it is with a great honor and pleasure to introduce to you our resource speaker for today who will give us a lecture on Industry 4.0, a perspective view to digital transformation. Without further ado, let us all welcome Engineer Christian Enoval.
Hello, yes, good afternoon, everyone. And yes, thank you so much, Lorica, my previous student, and Rico for that wonderful introduction. Yeah, before I start with my presentation, yeah, allow me to extend my gratitude, of course, to PUP community for actually inviting me annually for Essentials. No, so last year I also had the chance to talk in Essentials, and this year, ayan, this is my first webinar. Okay, so are you guys able to see me? Yeah, so I think my screen is already viewable. To all the webcast viewers, good afternoon to everyone, and also to the chair of the ECE department, Engineer Joffrey T. Salvador, and to my co-faculty members from PUP ECE. It's also my pleasure to be speaking in front of you. Okay, so I'll be discussing with you Industry 4.0, a perspective view to digital transformation. So, pardon me, I'm gonna be deactivating my video as of now since you don't need to see my face naman all throughout the webinar. So you just focus on the slides that I'll be presenting and listen carefully to every word that I will say, okay? Okay, so this will be our outline for today. Okay, we'll be discussing the introduction to Industry 4.0, origins and history of Industry 4.0, and then what are the different digital industrial technologies pertaining to Industry 4.0? What is industrial internet? And what's the significance of cyber physical systems as the building block of Industry 4.0? What are the benefits of Industry 4.0? Industry 4.0 maturity models and roadmap. Okay, we'll be discussing the fundamentals and horizontal and vertical integration in Industry 4.0. We will also be tackling the design principles of Industry 4.0 and the initiatives and evolutions around the world. And what is industrial data space? Okay, so for those of you, I believe most of the viewers today are students. So, and some are actually lower year levels. So this discussion is intended for everyone. So this is just the fundamentals, the overview of Industry 4.0. All right, so as an introduction, Industry 4.0 is the digital transformation of manufacturing or production and related industries and value creation process. Industry 4.0 is used interchangeably with the fourth industrial revolution. So sometimes it is called Industry 4.0, sometimes it's fourth industrial revolution. Both represents a new stage in the organization and control of the industrial value chain. Okay, before I continue, so in any case of technical issue, please tap me via the chat box for the organizers so that I would be able to know. Okay, if there is any audio issue or presentation issue, allow me to know. Okay, to continue, Industry 4.0 refers to the intelligent networking of machines and processes for industry with the help of information and communication technology. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a different spelling of industry. So as you can see on the second sentence in the slide, it is spelled as INDUSTRIE. So it's different from the TRY on the first sentence. Why? Because the second term is actually a German term. So in Germany, they call it Industry 4.0. So that ends with IE, but they are referring to the same technology. Okay. In addition, cyber physical systems form the basis of Industry 4.0, like smart machines. So they use modern control systems, they have embedded software systems, and dispose of an internet address to connect and be addressed via the Internet of Things. So may mga IP addresses na siya kasi kailangan na siyang i-connect via IoT na tinatawag natin, which is a different technology. This way, products and means of production get networked. So pwede na silang in-network and they can communicate. So this will enable new ways of production, value creation, and real-time optimization. Cyber physical systems also create the capabilities needed for what we call smart factories. So these are the same capabilities we know from the Industrial Internet of Things, or IIoT. Again, IIoT stands for Industrial Internet of Things, like remote monitoring or track and trace. So those are just example. Okay, this Industry 4.0 has been defined as a name for the current trend of automation and data exchange in manufacturing technologies. So if you will notice, I'll be mentioning a lot about these manufacturing technologies. Why? Because basically, yung manufacturing technologies, ito yung applications ng Industry 4.0. Okay? And aside from that, this also includes cyber physical systems, IoT, cloud computing, and cognitive computing, and creating the smart factory. So Industry 4.0 is a vision that evolved from an initiative to make the German manufacturing industry more competitive. So yung German manufacturing industries, sila actually yung naunang nag-implement ng Industry 4.0. So we will be discussing more of the origins of Industry 4.0 as we go on along the slides. Now, I've mentioned about this smart factory. Tatanungin niyo ako, sir, ano po ba yung smart factory? So sabi dito, smart factory is a facility where machinery and systems are linked together by modular devices. So these devices then allow industrial equipment to learn and adapt their processes. Therefore, they create what we call a smart factory. So smart factories use industrial internet. Yung industrial internet na term, we will also be discussing later on. Okay? They also use the cloud to connect the real and virtual worlds, resulting in a seamless integration of cyber physical systems at all level. So they allow the whole production process to be monitored. So yan yung smart factory na nakikita nyo dyan. So we have different applications of artificial intelligence. So meron tayo dyan predictive analysis during the production. Meron tayong industrial augmented reality with the use of the IoT sensors that we use for supply chain management. And of course, we are aided by what we call cobots. Cobots stands for collaborative robots. Okay, and then meron tayong mga computer vision in order to check the quality of our products. And of course, meron na tayong, may tinatawag na tayo ngayon na smart logistics. So those are all part of Industry 4.0. Moving forward, the goal of Industry 4.0 is actually to enable autonomous decision-making processes. So also to monitor assets and processes in real time. So this also enable equally real-time connected value creation networks through early involvement of different stakeholders. So this includes vertical and horizontal integration. Okay? And to reiterate, Industry 4.0 is a vision and concept in motion, with reference architectures. So meron tayong mga architectures, may mga frameworks tayo, may mga standardization tayo na sinusunod. Okay, in terms of Industry 4.0. In essence, the technologies making Industry 4.0 possible leverage existing data and ample additional data sources. This includes yung mga data na from connected assets to gain efficiencies on multiple levels. So they also transform existing manufacturing process, create end-to-end information streams across the value chain, and realize new service and business models. So naririnig nyo rin na minimension ko yung tinatawag natin na value chain. Basically, yung value chain is in terms of manufacturing, meron tayong supplier papunta sa mga end customers natin. Okay? So yung from working dun sa mga raw materials natin para ma-create natin yung isang product papunta sa manufacturing companies or sa mga factories, and then from the processes internal using that smart factory papunta sa logistics going to our end customers. So yun yung value chain na tinatawag natin. To understand Industry 4.0, it is essential to see the full value chain, which includes suppliers and the origins of the materials, saan ba natin nakukuha yung mga materials, and components needed for various forms of smart manufacturing. The end-to-end digital supply chain, and also the final destination of all the manufacturing or production, regardless of the number of the steps and kung ilan yung mga players within that distribution. In the end, it remains business with the innovative twist of innovation and transformation of business models and processes. Of course, to increase profit, decrease yung mga cost na ginagastos natin sa company, and of course, to enhance customer experience, optimize customer lifetime value, and whether possible, customer loyalty. So yun naman yung gusto natin. No? We want to retain our customers. Okay, so of course, we need to offer more to retain them and to gain their loyalty. Now, you may ask, Sir, paano ba nag-emerge yung Industry 4.0? Bakit 4.0 na agad tayo? So let us review the different industrial revolutions that led to Industry 4.0. Yan, as you can see in the slide, we have Industry 1.0 going to 2.0 to 3.0, going to 4.0 nowadays. Okay? So for the first industrial revolution, it was really a revolution. And among others, thanks to the invention of steam machine. So si steam machine yung nag-trigger ng first industrial revolution. Yung usage ng water and steam power and all sorts of other machine led to the industrial transformation of society with trains. So dahil sa mga steam machine na to, nagkaroon tayo ng yung mga sinauna nating tren. Okay? Mechanization of manufacturing and loads of smog. Smog is smoke plus fog, di ba? Kasi we use gas for these steam machines. Next industrial revolution was typically seen as the period where electricity and new manufacturing inventions which it enabled, such as assembly line, and then it also led to the era of mass production and to some extent to automation. So yung electricity pala yung nag-trigger for our industry 2.0. So it happened around 1870. So imagine it took many years for another industrial revolution to happen. And then in 1969, we have what we call the Industry 3.0. So yung Industry 3.0 naman has everything to do with the rise of the computers, computer networks. So pag sinabi natin computer networks, andyan na yung MAN, LAN, and WAN, local area network, metropolitan area network, and wide area network. There is also a rise of robotics in manufacturing and connectivity, and obviously the birth of the internet. So nagkaroon na tayong internet. That big game changer in the ways information is handled and shared with far more automation. Okay? Lastly, as of today, we have this Industry 4.0. So we moved from just the internet and the client-server model to ubiquitous mobility. When we say ubiquitous, it's present everywhere. So the bridging of digital and physical environments in manufacturing referred to as cyber physical systems. It also involves the convergence of IT and OT. When we talk about IT, it's information technology, and then yung OT, hindi siya overtime, it's operational technology. And it also includes all the previously mentioned technologies like in the Internet of Things, big data, cloud, so artificial intelligence and the likes. Okay? So with additional accelerators such as advanced robotics, artificial intelligence or cognitive, that enabled Industry 4.0 with automation and optimization. Okay? So some also like to add na yung injection of technology and connectivity in the human or digital mind and body convergence. So that's also part of Industry 4.0. Okay? So moving on, so to continue, you may ask, paano ba sir na nag-start yung pag-coin ng term na Industry 4.0? Well, let me tell you this story. So it began in Germany in 2006, where the German government presented its what they call high-tech strategy. So nagpresent sila sa Hannover Messe. Hannover Messe is a venue, ayan. And then government explained how they aimed to drive innovation, which wasn't just a matter of technological innovation, but also about social innovation with society put at the center of that innovation. Okay? Yung strategic reorientation na diniscuss nila, which among others, sabi nila would drive research and development priorities and involve several departments, including 5 core elements. So one of them was the definition of priorities in regards to future tasks to create value and enhance quality of life, with one such future task being digital economy and society. So they emphasize yung tinatawag nila na digital economy and society in 2006. This is where the Industry 4.0 was first mentioned in a clear relationship with the advent of a fourth industrial revolution. So sa Germany po siya. Okay? And then the government expressed its intention to support yung mga businesses and then yung mga science community na mag-develop and mag-implement ng Industry 4.0 with focus on security and impact on labor and employment. To examine the priorities of the high-tech strategy and come up with innovation recommendation, so nag-create sila ng working advisory group. And then si Dr. Henning Kagerman, siya yung naging lead nung working group na yon because he is from German National Academy of Science and Engineering. So 5 years later, in 2011, si Dr. Kagerman, together with his other colleagues, named as Dr. Wolfgang Walster of German Research Center for Artificial Intelligence and Dr. Wolf Dieter Lucas from the Federal Ministry of Research and Education, published an article. So yung article nila was entitled Industry 4.0 on the Road to the Fourth Industrial Revolution with the Internet of Things. So the German conversion is the one that you can see in the screen. So it's Industry 4.0. I'm not sure if I read it right. Mit dem Internet der Dinge of dem Weg zur 4.industriellen Revolution in 2011. So the highlight of the article was this. The business potential of the fourth industrial revolution or Industry 4.0 lies not only in operational process optimization. Okay? But also in its services for a wide range of applications. So yun yung mga wide range of applications, these are the Internet of Things, okay, big data, and so on. So the Internet of Things is therefore complemented by the so-called Internet of Services, because smart products offer their capabilities as intelligent services. So the future project, yung Industry 4.0, was adopted and revolved around the creation of new business models. So we think to the invention of cyber physical systems. Okay, to further develop it, meron silang kinreate na platform Industry 4.0 noong 2013. So ito yung parang nila, working group nila, working committee nila. Now, The injection of artificial intelligence, hyperconnectedness, and data analysis into how things, machines, communicate, act, and lead to actionable insight with an omnipresence of the Internet of Everything in virtually each piece or machine of the Industry 4.0 dream. So yung convergence of man and machine is still a bit further away because it's too complex. Okay? So in the view of the Boston Consulting Group, so this is another group in Germany, they said that Industry 4.0 refers to the convergence daw, and application of 9 digital industrial technologies. So yung 9 digital industrial technologies that you can see in the screen right now, so ito'y pala yung nag-e-empower sa Industry 4.0. So these includes advanced robotics, additive manufacturing, augmented reality, simulation, horizontal vertical integration, industrial internet, cloud, cybersecurity, big data, and analytics. So these are ito yung mga in ngayon na technologies. So for us ECEs, ang maganda sa atin, malawak yung expertise of field natin. So you can actually explore in each type of digital industrial technology. You can be an expert in each. So ito yung mga in sa atin ngayon due to smart manufacturing or mga smart factories. Okay? So when we talk about advanced robotics, this deals with the autonomous cooperating industrial robots. Yan yung mga collaborative robots natin or cobots. So additive manufacturing, so ito naman yung sa mga 3D printing, particularly for spare parts and prototypes. Augmented reality for maintenance, logistics, and all kinds of SOPs. And then we also have simulation of value networks. We also have horizontal vertical integration. And then for the industrial internet, we have the network of machines and products, and so on. And then of course, for our cloud, so we are able now to manage huge data volumes in open systems. Yan. And then cybersecurity, it was discussed earlier. So operation in networks and open systems, and then full evaluation of available data through big data analytics. Now let's discuss Industry 4.0 and the industrial internet. Obviously, it wasn't just in Germany and Europe that the digital transformation of manufacturing and some related industries and processes was occurring. So, maraming nag-a-apply na company niyan. You name it, Bosch, Siemens, GE, etc. Okay? As mentioned, in the United States, so si GE, so GE is yung General Electric, and other industrial players launched what they call the Industrial Internet Consortium. Okay, yung Industrial Internet Consortium parang another working group siya that deals with industrial internet. You may ask me, sir, ano ba yung industrial internet? Na-mention nyo na rin yan kanina. So industrial internet is a term coined by American industrial giant GE, yung General Electric. It's actually more of like an Industry 4.0. Although, in the Boston Consulting Group, it is mentioned as one of the enabling industrial technologies in network of machines and products and networked object communications sphere of IIoT or the Industrial Internet of Things. Ang difference niya between Industry 4.0 at saka yung Industrial Internet is that yung Industrial Internet, part lang pala siya ng Industry 4.0. Siya yung tinatawag natin na third industrial innovation wave. Kumbaga, nakikita nyo sa screen nyo ngayon, we have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. So para siyang different phases of Industry 4.0. Wherein, we have Industrial Revolution, yung first. So, nakikita nyo, we have machines and factories that power economies of scale and scope. And then, yung wave 2 is the Internet Revolution. So, meron na tayong mga computing power and the rise of distributed information networks. So, lastly, we have the last wave, which is the Industrial Internet, which is called the Fourth Industrial Revolution in Industry 4.0. Okay, so basically, si Industry 4.0 is only the famous term, but some other countries use different terms for Industry 4.0. Okay, so now let's discuss this what we call cyber physical systems. Okay, again, as I mentioned earlier during the introduction, cyber physical systems they form now the basis of Industry 4.0, like smart machine. Now you may ask, sir, ano ba talaga yung cyber physical systems? So cyber physical systems are combination of intelligent physical components. So yung mga intelligent physical components natin or what they call smart devices, it also includes objects, and of course may mga system yan with embedded computing and storage possibilities which get connected through network and are the enablers of the smart factory concept of Industry 4.0. So it also includes the Internet of Things, data and services scope, and they focus on the processes within that smart factory. Okay? Simply put, as the term indicates, cyber physical systems refer to the bridging, siya yung nagbi-bridge, okay, of the digital or what we call cyber and physical in an industrial concept. Okay? Of course, pag pumunta kayo sa mga manufacturing, ang dami nating devices. May mga cobots pa tayo dyan. So, yun yung kinikater ng cyber physical systems. Okay? Cyber physical systems also are based on the latest control systems, and they are embedded with software system and IP addresses. Okay, may mga IP addresses na sila dahil ito yung nagli-link saan? Sa Internet of Things. So, in order for all the devices, for all the equipments, for all the robots to collaborate, they need to talk, and IP addresses link them to each other. Okay? So, napakaraming advantages and benefits of Industry 4.0. Okay? Whether it's Industry 4.0, smart industry, or the industrial internet, there are a lot of benefits for manufacturer to transform the way they work. Let's look a bit closer at some of the main advantages. Okay? Ang essential goal ng Industry 4.0 is to make manufacturing and yung mga related industries such as logistics to make it more faster, more efficient, and more customer-centric, while at the same time going beyond automation and optimization and detect new business opportunities and models. So those are the goals of Industry 4.0. Most of the benefits of Industry 4.0 obviously are similar benefits with the digital transformation of manufacturing. So yung usage ng IoT sa manufacturing, operational and business process optimization, information-powered ecosystems of value, digital transformation overall, the industrial internet, and many other topics. So let's just summarize a few key benefits of Industry 4.0. Let us enumerate. So ito yung 8. Okay, we have enhanced productivity, real-time data, higher business continuity, better quality products, better working conditions and sustainability, personalization and customization, improved agility, the development of innovative capabilities. So let us discuss each one by one. So one benefit of Industry 4.0 is the enhanced productivity through optimization and automation rather. Optimization of processes and of productivity is the first benefit of Industry 4.0. So in other words, they save cost. So nababawasan yung gastos nila. They increase profitability, reduce waste, automating to prevent errors and delays with their systems, speeding up the production to work more in a real time and function of the overall value chain. So, where speed is crucial of course for everyone. Gusto ng madaming customers natin, mabilis tayo sa pagpuproduce ng mga product. Okay, so being able to intervene faster in case of production issues and so forth. So this is one benefit of Industry 4.0. Another is real-time data for a real-time supply chain in a real-time economy. So lahat yan real-time. Okay? While we just mentioned speed in a context of optimization, automation, and enhanced productivity, it is a benefit in many other ways as well. Speed is not just a competitive advantage and customer expectation in an increasingly real-time economy. It's also a matter of alignment, cost, and value creation. So, moreover, of course, customers simply expect real-time data. Okay? So, another benefit of Industry 4.0 is higher business continuity through advanced maintenance and monitoring possibilities. So when an industrial asset gets broken, kapag may nasira sa factory natin, that costs time, money, and very often a lot of moving. So galaw ng galaw yung mga support natin, yung mga engineers natin. When a key industrial asset such as an industrial robot, for example sa car manufacturing plant, kunyari nasira siya, yung industrial robot na ginagamit natin, it is not just the robot that is broken. Remember, the production is affected, costing loads of money, and of course unhappy customers, and sometimes production can be fully disrupted. On top of all the replacement or the fixing work, resources and costs, yung reputation ng company madadamage. Yung order natin, possible mga ma-cancel yan. And with each hour na lumilipas, nawawalan tayo ng pera. Okay? If industrial assets are connected, kung yung lahat ng mga equipment natin ay connected, and we can monitor using the health status monitoring, for instance, through Internet of Things, and issues are tackled even before it happens. So yung benefit na yun, malaking tulong sa company. So may mga alert tayo na pwedeng iset up. Assets can be proactively maintained, real-time monitoring and diagnosis becomes possible, and engineers can also fix issues if they occur from a distance. So in our company right now, I am monitoring a lot of circuits in different countries. So may automation na kami ngayon. So hindi na tao ang nagbabantay kapag may alarm. Automatic na may system na kami, automated na. It will automatically, kapag nag-down yung circuit namin, for example, sa Singapore, so magkikreate yan ng proactive ticket. And then yung proactive ticket na yan, malalagyan sa system namin, and then maa-assign yan sa duty engineer namin. And that will be the time that our engineer can investigate and troubleshoot and resolve the issue. So yun na yung benefit ng automations natin, which is part of the Industry 4.0. Another benefit is to create better quality products, real-time monitoring, IoT-enabled quality improvements, and cobots. So we mentioned that customers want speed. Gusto nila mabilisan. However, that doesn't mean that they are ready to trade in yung quality for speed. Okay? If you have everything in your production system and its broader environment hooked up with sensors, kung maraming sensors yan, maraming software, maraming IoT technologies, systems, and of course the customer, we can enhance yung quality ng ating product. Automation definitely plays a big role here. So it also includes the typical components of cyber physical systems and the Internet of Things, whereby yung quality aspect can be monitored in real time. And of course, yung mga robots natin, yung mga cobots na ginagamit natin will also reduce errors. In addition to the benefits, it also, or Industry 4.0 also leads to better working conditions and sustainability. So talking about people, yung mga tao, sabi yung human and social dimension daw is ubiquitous in Industry 4.0. So if we look at the possibilities and benefits that human, social, and even environmental aspect are also key in the goals of Industry 4.0. Improving working conditions based on the real-time temperature, dahil namomonitor natin yung temperature sa loob ng smart factory, yung humidity, and other data within the plant or within the warehouse. So quick detection and enhanced protection in case of incidents, yung mga radiation kung may mga nag-emit na radiation na equipment natin, and so forth. So yung better communication and collaboration possibilities focus on ergonomics as well. Pag sinabi natin ergonomics, it's the fit of humans to its workplace. Okay, so that is also part of Industry 4.0. And of course, clean air and clean factory initiatives and many more. So those are the benefit in the working condition of Industry 4.0. Another thing is personalization and customization for new customer. So of course, paiba-iba, dumadami ang demand ng ating mga customers. So using Industry 4.0, since we already have a lot of data to gather, we can already forecast and predict what our customers would want in the future. Another benefit of Industry 4.0 is to improve agility. Okay? So we speak about competitive benefits and customization. We also need to tackle agility. Okay? The same scalability and agility which we expect from supporting IT services and technologies such as yung cloud are expected in manufacturing. Okay? So we use cloud in manufacturing. This mainly is about to leverage, tinitake advantage daw natin, leverage technologies, big data, artificial intelligence, robots, and cyber physical systems to predict and meet seasonal demand. So it can also detect uh, fluctuation in production. Okay. Wait guys ah. All right. Okay. So another benefit of Industry 4.0 is the development of innovative capabilities and new revenue models. Of course, that is the last benefit of Industry 4.0. We are able to innovate the capabilities of our company. Okay, now we proceed with the Industry 4.0 model and roadmap basics. So you would ask me, sir, paano ba natin ini-implement yung Industry 4.0 sa smart factory or sa smart manufacturing? So meron tayong model na sinusunod. So there are several ways to look at the mentioned stage approaches. One such maturity approach looks at the information and actual operations and manufacturing systems perspective with autonomous machines and systems as through Industry 4.0. So itong framework na nakikita ninyo, this actually shows a stage approach with value opportunities at each step and higher overall value across the journey. So meron tayong stages, preparations, implementations, and actions. So in this gradual approach, whereby each stage builds upon the next one and adds more value. So we move from data at the beginning, going to information, to knowledge, and then to wisdom, and then action from a data perspective. So indeed, the good old DIKW model, yung tinatawag natin na data, information, knowledge, papuntang wisdom. So yun yung knowledge management pyramid, if you would remember. So that is the model that we use for Industry 4.0. Alright, so moving on, in Industry 4.0 implementation, meron tayong dalawang approach naman. Okay, so we have the horizontal integration and then we have the vertical integration. Ano bang pinagkaiba ng horizontal sa vertical? When we talk about horizontal integration in Industry 4.0, we refer to the integration of IT system, yung mga IT system natin for and across the various production and business planning processes. So meron tayong different processes, right? Meron tayong development, production, logistic, distribution, as you can see in the current slide. So yung integration ng IT systems for each phase, yun yung tinatawag natin na horizontal integration. So this is about digitization across the full value and supply chain, whereby data exchanges and connected information systems take center stage. Okay. On another hand, we have this vertical integration of systems. So it has a hierarchical level component, as you can see. So it's about the integration of IT systems at various hierarchical production and manufacturing level. So these hierarchical level are respectively, so as you can see from bottom to top, we have the first level, we call it field level. So these are the one that interface with the production process using sensors and actuators. Okay, for the control level or the second level, dito naman yung regulation of both machines and system. And then the third level is the process line level or actual production process level that needs to be monitored and controlled. So yung fourth level natin, this is what we call the operations level, which includes production planning, quality management, and so on and so forth. So last level is what we call the enterprise planning level. So this is where the order management and processing is being done, the bigger overall production planning, etc. Okay? So those are our approaches. Again, the horizontal and the vertical integration. And then, meron naman tayong tinatawag na design principle. Okay? So, let's discuss the Industry 4.0 design principles. So basically, we consider six design principles. Number one is interoperability, interconnection, and connectivity. Okay, so in order to move to intelligent manufacturing system, smart factory, or connected industries, you need to bridge things such as real things, of course, yung mga tao, yung standard work processes that includes man and machine, and more. We need to bridge them. So kailangan mag-interoperate sila. They have to be interconnected to each other. Second is information transparency and virtualization and virtual entities. Ang information transparency is yung capability ng information system at ng cyber physical system natin na mag-simulate and create virtual copies of physical world elements through the creation of digital models. So these are being fed by all this data that we get using the sensors. So may ginagamit tayong mga sensors sa smart factory. Ito yung nagka-capture ng mga data natin. Okay? So that enables the information transparency and virtualization. Next is what we call decentralization and autonomous decision and autonomy. Okay? So one of the core goals of Industry 4.0 is to bring autonomy and autonomous decision to machine. So they will let machine not to think, including cyber physical system. So only then, the agility and flexibility needed to be able to deal with uncertainties, response to demand of personalization, the concept of the smart factory, and its place in an interconnected ecosystem, the required data analytics and the various logistics can be enhanced. Okay? And next is real-time capability. So I've already discussed the real-time capability. So if you strive towards more autonomy on the machine and cyber physical level, you do so for increased efficiency and to meet the demands of your customers. Next design principle is the technical assistance and service orientation. From the word itself, this is related to as a service economy. So the Internet of Services and yung obvious fact na ang manufacturing ay kailangan, they need to be more tailored to the demand ng customers natin. So with the value-added services, instead of what the company decides to produce. So sometimes talaga customer natin yung nagde-decide kung ano yung demand nila. Although meron tayong in-offer na product, minsan ayaw nila yon. They want more. Okay? So they expect more from us. Last is modularity. So you could say that modularity has everything to do with the shift from rigid systems, yung mga inflexible models natin, and linear manufacturing. And planning to an environment where changing demands from customers, partners in the overall supply chain, yung mga regulator natin, market conditions, and all other possible elements causing the need for transformation and flexibility are put in the center. Okay? So now let's discuss the Industry 4.0 across the globes. So as you can see here, the Industry 4.0 view and concept has gone global and it continues to do so. In the United States, yung Industry 4.0 is de facto having an important impact on smart manufacturing initiatives, and there is already a collaboration with the Industrial Internet Consortium. Again, yung Industrial Internet Consortium is a working group that deals with Industry 4.0. So moreover, there is an existing number of organization and uh, countries where Industry 4.0 is becoming adopted. So like for example, we have the United Kingdom, Industry 4.0 and the working around for IR, short for uh, Fourth Industrial Revolution. Yun yung tawag nila sa UK. And then sa Japan naman, meron silang collaboration sa Japan's Robot Revolution Initiative. And then of course si China, yung Industry 4.0 niya, in-outline niya, ang tawag niya is Made in China 2025. So they have that strategy. And then marami pang initiative sa European Union about Industry 4.0. So however, the global expansion of Industry 4.0 is not just a matter of government initiatives or agreements. So it is a result of increasing focus among industrial giants and leading consulting firms of Industry 4.0. So although ang government ang nagli-lead, katulong talaga yung mga industries natin. Kasi they want to leverage the technology now. Sabi nga, kailangan na nila mag-transform digitally. So they really need to embrace digital transformation, and that's where we come up with Industry 4.0. Okay? All right. So, sige, let's jump into the conclusion since we have limited time. So as a conclusion, Industry 4.0, which in more than one way, as said, is the digital transformation of manufacturing. So today, still is mainly focused on the first stages of transformation and maturity from a benefit and potential perspective, especially in the Philippines. So nasa first stage pa lang tayo. We only have selected manufacturing companies. Actually, may mga friend ako sa Lasal, no? They still conduct studies pertaining to smart manufacturing. So medyo first stage pa tayo, delayed tayo sa Pilipinas lagi. Okay? So enhancing productivity, automation, and the optimization of operational processes. Ayan. So business processes and the number of Internet of Things use cases from an IoT spending perspective, manufacturing operations, followed by predictive maintenance and smart maintenance services. Okay. So ang question natin ngayon, what is the future of Industry 4.0? Okay, actually, guys, no, let it be known that Industry 5.0 is already on the way. So we will not be discussing Industry 5.0 because that is another topic and that is still being studied as of now. However, let us be aware of the expected development from Industry 4.0. So as you can see here, from Industry 4.0, it will focus on delivering customer experience, and then from mass customization to hyper customization, from intelligent supply chain to responsive and distributed supply chain, from smart products that we call, it will be converted into experience activated interactive products. And then yung manpower distance natin from factories using our Industry 4.0, babalik na daw yung mga manpower to factories in Industry 5.0. So what are the enablers of Industry 5.0? So these are just some. We have industrial blockchain, drones, exoskeleton, additive technology, 5G and beyond, and mixed reality. So alam naman natin, aware naman tayo na yung 5G technology, no, is already coming in the way as well in the Philippines. So meron na mga first stage na nirelease tayo na 5G technology, 5G cell sites in selected locations. Okay, so but we expect na yung 5G technology, ito talaga yung magdadrive going to Industry 5.0. Alright, so that ends my presentation and thank you for listening, guys. Yeah, so for those of you who would like to connect with me, please follow my official Facebook page, Engineer Christian P. Enoval. Yeah, and then you can message me if you have any question related to, of course, ECE and to the topic. Thank you so much. Thank you again so much, PUP ECE Student Society. God bless you all.
All right, sir. Thank you, Engineer Christian and Naval, for giving us a lecture on Industry 4.0, a perspective view to digital transformation. Right now, we have come to the question and answer portion of this webinar, where we will be acknowledging some of your questions and clarifications about our topic, Industry 4.0, a perspective view to digital transformation. You may raise your questions and clarifications in the comment section, and we will then be relaying them to our resource speaker. So for the first one, we have here, sir, is Sir Edward Ray Mangalindan. His question is, what is our current status for nanotechnology in terms of industry? Just thinking if it is already included in Industry 4.0 as primitive nanotechnology, or should it be included na sa Industry 5.0 as a whole?
Okay, that's a very relevant question. No? As far as nanotechnology is concerned, ang application niyan is doon sa mga cyber-physical systems natin. Okay, yung mga sa mga components and devices na ginagamit natin sa Industry 4.0. So, basically, nanotechnology is very much involved in Industry 4.0.
All right, sir. Thank you for that. So, for our next question from Daniel Ederango, how will the 4.0 affects the job we have here in our country?
That's a very good question, no? Especially marami nawalan ng trabaho ngayon during pandemic. But I can see it's only my perspective, no. In terms of job, actually we are very much blessed and lucky as ECE. Kasi tayo talaga yung nagde-develop ng technology. So in terms, sabi ko nga kanina, we have nine different industrial technologies that enable Industry 4.0. Yung mga fields na yun like artificial intelligence and the likes. So pwede tayo mag-apply as an ECE. Yun. But unfortunately for some other professions, no, yung mga tinatawag natin na non-technical, I think it is high time for them to also develop their skills, you know, na related to Industry 4.0 para maka-cope sila. Especially yung mga ang daming nagtatrabaho sa atin sa mga manufacturing companies dyan sa mga industrial zones like Laguna, Cavite, and many more. So, unfortunately, dahil mga robots na, mga collaborative robots na yung mga ginagamit natin, there is really a chance of decreasing the manpower inside the production. Okay? But in terms of the maintenance, the troubleshooting ng mga cobots natin, si ECE and other fields of engineering, yan, yung mga technicians natin as well, in terms of the job, they are secured, I can say.
Thank you for that. Since I'm an incoming newbie in our profession, which is ECE. So,
yes.
Yeah. Another question is from Michael Jasper C. Guillermo. Will there come a time that an industry or manufacturing would be purely automated with little to no supervision of people?
I must say, hindi siya aabot to a point na walang nagsusupervise. Okay? Mayroon pa rin nagsusupervise, but that person will be working remotely. So even at your home, you can work smartly using the intelligence systems that we have nowadays, no? So habang nagtatrabaho siguro yung mga robots mo, it is possible na sa bahay minomonitor mo na lang siya, and then in any case na kasi real time na nga siya di ba, yung Industry 4.0. So in any case of troubles like masira yung robot mo, so part naman ng Industry 4.0 is yung automatic detection ng mga trouble, no, ng ating mga ginagamit like ng mga devices natin. So once it is monitored by your system na defective siya, so it will trigger you remotely kahit nasa bahay ka nag-work. So hindi naman siya aabot to a point na wala na talaga magsusupervise. Meron pa rin magsusupervise, mababawasan yung mga tao, pero you can do it remotely, you can do it anywhere actually.
Right, sir. So let me check if there will be further more questions. Do you see any partner?
I think let's wait.
Ano na ba ang itanong?
This one. We have the last one. If this industry tech upgraded through time, which makes the workforce lesser, which is also a challenge in economic status of any country because only related in the industry 4.0 will be given opportunities. How can people still earn pennies, especially not related section, from working if all the companies upgraded to industry 4.0 tech?
Credits to Christian Lazo for that question. Thank you, Christian.
Yeah.
Okay. That's actually also relevant to the first question, to the former questions. Ang sa akin lang diyan, new technologies will open new opportunities for new learning, for new careers. So I don't think na mamawalan tayo ng trabaho. It just depends on us as people if we are willing to accept, to embrace the changing technologies that we have nowadays. So if you are not, if you are stagnant, ayaw mong mag-adapt sa change, ayaw mo mag-upgrade ng skills, ayaw mo mag-take ng mga necessary training or seminar pertaining to the new technologies, that is the problem. Okay? Don't tell na, even ako, I can tell myself, when I started working, iba na yung ginagawa ko from my first day of job to my second year, to my fourth year, hanggang fifth year, until now that I've been working in the company or in the industry for 9 years, nag-iiba-iba talaga yung mga tinatrabaho ko. So, if you are not open to change, yeah, yun ang magiging problema natin in terms of career opportunities.
So much. We have the last question from Mr. Von Jaire Coro. What could be the next for Industry 4.0? Any
Come again?
insights about the next for Industry 4.0?
It was presented in my last slide. So again, Industry 5.0 is coming in its way. Unfortunately, it is not yet implemented. It's still under the testing phase. Like yung 5G technology natin, no? I think we still wait for the 5G technology to be fully commercialized across all countries globally. And then that will be the time that we will be able to know yung mga new opportunities pertaining to Industry 5.0, leveraging the 5G technology. So we wait for that to be fully commercialized first.
I think we have another last question, sir.
Sige
Sorry.
lang.
So, from Mr. Christian J. Iiwan na po ba sa past generations ang PLCs? Hindi po ba gamit din sa industry manufacturing and machines ang PLCs?
Yeah. Actually, hindi siya iiwan, no? It's part of the Industry 4.0. So it's still part of the cyber physical systems, yung mga devices natin. Okay, Industry 4.0 is malawakan na. So it's not just pertaining to PLC. So PLC is still part of it. So hindi natin siya iiwanan unless otherwise there will be a new technology that will replace PLC. Okay, but I don't think there would be any. Siguro may improvement lang, hindi siya mawawala agad.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you so much to all our viewers for being attentive and for being Papa. Let us now proceed to the awarding of certificate. Okay, partner, go ahead.
Let us now proceed to the awarding of Certificate of Appreciation to our resource speaker. May I now call on the Vice President for Academic Affairs of the Electronics Engineering Student Society, Mr. John Jinro Portillo, to read the citation written on the certificate. To formally award the certificate to our research speaker, may I also invite the President of the Electronics Engineering Student Society, Mr. Fritz Badillo Artesa, two of our remarkable faculty members, Engineer Mac Quinley T. Galimit and Engineer Miko O. Soreda, and last but not the least, the chairperson of the Electronics Engineering Department, Engineer Joffrey T. Salvador.
So allow me to read the certificate. Polytechnic University of the Philippines College of Engineering, Electronics Engineering Department, Electronics Engineering Student Society. This certificate of appreciation is hereby awarded to Engineer Christian P. Enoval, In grateful acknowledgement of his distinguished and invaluable wisdom, contribution, and expertise rendered as our guest speaker during the ECEssentials 2020 Clear Vision of the Future focus on the topic Industry 4.0, a perspective view to digital transformation, thereby contributing immeasurably to the success of the seminar, given this 15th day of September in the year of our Lord 2020. Signed by yours truly, John Ginro G. Portillo, Chairman, EC Essentials 2020, John Fritz B. Artesa, President, PUP Electronics Engineering Student Society 2019 to 2020, Engineer Geoffrey T. Salvador, Chairperson, PUP Electronics Engineering Department, and Dr. Remedios G. Ado, Dean, PUP College of Engineering.
So we have a smile for the photo op.
All right, I think it's already. So once again, would like to extend our words of gratitude to our resource speaker, Engineer Christian Anaval, for giving us a clear vision of the future through sharing his ideas and expertise relating to the topic Industry 4.0, a perspective view to digital transformation. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much, Engineer Noval, for
Thank you so
having
much,
us here.
guys. Yeah, thank you so
Thank you,
much.
sir.
More
So
power
before,
studios.
thank you,
Alright.
sir. Before anything else, we can do shout outs there. Yes, it's your chance now to put your comments there and we have to shout outs. Yes, partner, right?
Yes, I think you also asked our viewers a while ago, so you
Yes.
promised two of
Yes,
our
I
viewers.
promise I promise. Shout out to ECE14 out there. Welcome to the ECE community from Regine Ray. And also, happy birthday daw kay yung minention niya, oh my God, nakalimutan ko kung sino yun. So, happy birthday sa'yo by Regine Ray. And also, Martin Peleo, sabi ni ate mo Minorca ay, anong sabi mo sa kanya? Nagpapa-shoutout kasi siya. So, ayun.
Nagpapa-shoutout siya.
Sabi niya, magdamit ka naman daw. Sabi. So, ayan. Sino pang gusto magpa-shoutout? Just comment out there.
Shout out DECET11 from Ayana.
Yan. So, welcome to all the freshies out there who was viewing us today and supporting the second day of our ECE Essentials. Welcome to ECE community. Ayan, welcome ko na kayo. Mag-aral kayo ng mabuti kasi you have more years to come para matapos ang ECE. Hindi ko sasabihin kung ilang years kasi hindi natin sure.
Huwag naman ganun, partner.
So, lang. So, let's claim it 4 years and then board exam. Yan. Wini-welcome ko na kayo sa ECE department. So, ayan. Buti naman ECE yung choice nyo. Anong nakuha yung rason? Bakit? Charing!
Anong inisip nyo? Bakit kayo nag-ECE? Charot!
Yes, comment down below. Bakit nga ba ECE?
Bakit nga ba ECE, partner?
Ay, ako kasi, bakit ECE yung nakuha ko? I mean, kinuha kong course. Actually, to be honest, this is my first choice sa lahat ng university na pinasukan ko na mag-entrance examination. I don't know why. Just to challenge my inner spirit and my brain. Sorry.
Yes!
So, ewan ko bakit. Kasi,
So, tingin mo, na-challenge ba?
sobrang challenge. Diyos ko, parang challenge sa challenge. So, yun. Sinasabihan ko na kayo, mga bata, galingan nyong mabuti. Yan. I-survive
Mag-aral
nyo
ng
yung
mabuti.
college nyo at gawin nyo lahat para maipasa and to nail it at makakuha ng matataas na grades. Pili ko naman kaya nyo yan kasi mga palaban to, nag-K-12. Sila kasi ang potential ng bayan. Right, guys? Diba? So, ayun.
Siyempre,
So, ano
hindi
pang
naman sila
sabi? Ayun,
papasalo yung mga yan.
Sabi ni Nehemia, happy birthday Hazel
Hazel
May.
May Monterrubio. Alright.
Yan.
Ang dami
Tapos,
nagpapa-shoutout.
Ayan. Chance nyo na to. Ito na yung chance nyo to shout out. Nag-umamin kayo sa crush nyo. Ayan. Shout out daw. ECE11 masaya. Early June tagsip. Masaya agad. Mas masaya pag sa personal nyo na nakikita ng isa't isa. Tapos away-away na kayo. Ganon. Tsare.
Huwag naman mag-aaway.
Wag kayong mag-aaway. If there are internal conflicts between you and your other classmates, pag-usapan niyo mabuti kasi matagal-tagal din kayo magsasama at
Natawa ako
mamahalin niyo
dito
rin ang
sa
isa't isa.
comment ng isang viewer natin, si Mr. Rafael Bensig Alhecera. Sabi niya, no choice daw. No choice ata siya, kaya siya
Aren't we
nakapasok
all?
dito.
Charot. So ayun, sabi ni pa-shoutout daw sa ating nag-iisang VPAA, si Mr. John Jero Portillo. Thank you for making this event possible. Without you, hindi tayo
Yes.
nandito ngayon. So clap tayo dyan mga viewers. Magpasalamat tayo
Sobrang
kay...
palaban.
Yes, ito na atang pinakapalaban na VPA. Although palaban pa rin naman yung other VPA from the previous years.
At sa
Siyempre,
mga
batch natin.
susunod.
Yes. At sino kaya ang
Siyempre.
susunod na VPAA? We will know it on the following
Next day.
days. Yes.
Okay, so I think that's that, guys. So, ay nga pala, yung mga first year natin, incoming first year, nakikita ko kanina na nagpapa-shoutout sila ng mga group chats. Kasi hindi
Yes.
daw makasama yung iba. Isali nyo naman lahat ng kaklase nyo, guys.
Oo. Kasi naman ang moderator ng inyong mga GCs, kindly isama niyo itong mga wala na naghahanap pa rin ng GC as of now. I-welcome niyo
yan.
sila. Ito pa, shout out sa mga DECET. Hello, shout out
Hello,
there. Hello,
shout
mga
out.
taga. Yan, DECT. Okay. That's that.
Kaya rin.
Hindi ko
Alright.
mabasa.
Partner,
So, ayun.
on another note, for those who are not registered yet but interested in receiving the certificate, you can still register using the same Google form for this day's event and fill up the evaluation form later on using the code VISION. VISION.
Again, repeat it. VISION. Vision. That's our code for today.
Galing.
So, lagay niyo yan, i-fill out niyo yan sa inyong evaluation form. So, before we end the second day of our event, here are a few reminders to be kept in mind as we continue on exploring the world of digitalization in the next day.
For those who have registered for today's event, using the Google form linked at the Facebook page of Electronics Engineering Student Society, please be informed that the Certificate of Appreciation will only be sent and forwarded to your email once you have finished filling out the evaluation form.
And for those who are not registered yet but interested in receiving the certificate, you can still register using the same Google form for this day's event and fill out the evaluation form later. We will having a replay, so ayan. You can watch it later on. We have an encore, so ayan. Pwede pa kayo mag-register and mag-evaluate later on.
All right. To clarify, only registered participants are entitled to receive the Certificate of Appreciation after completing the evaluation form from this hour until 11:59 p.m. tonight. Kindly note also that the winners of the guessing game a while ago, you can wait for someone to message you about it, okay? And you can also post your pictures again while watching ECEssentials with the hashtag ECEssentials2020 or post throwback pictures of previous ECEssentials using the same hashtag. Get a chance to be featured on our page and win exciting prizes.
Yes, masayang-masaya na. And to all of you who have tuned in on our second day of our very first virtual event, we would like to thank you for allotting your time to be with us virtually this afternoon. We hope to be with you again tomorrow, September 16, 2020, on our third day of celebrating 40 years of unwavering service to the ECE community as we continue to discover loads of information that will keep our vision of the future clear. But before anything else, after we sign off, we have a prepared teaser video for the day 3. So be sure to tune in and watch it now later.
Okay.